It's time for another edition of the You Name It podcast with lots of sniffling and sneezing and smoking and drinking of sodas and mouth breathing and swearing and dabbing drinking.
Hola, Jerry.
What's going on?
Still in Cleveland. And tonight is Cleveland bowling night.
Oh, is that the big party where everybody has a costume?
Yes, we rent a bowling alley. Everyone can bowl, unlimited bowling for $5. That includes your shoes. They make more money on the alcohol than the bowling, so they're all happy.
I guess so, yeah.
And the entire auto show goes, and each different brand dresses up, and it's a good time had by everyone.
Are you going?
Yeah, I am.
Are you dressing up?
Yes, I am.
What is it this time?
None of them are going to figure it out because they're all young. I am going as one of the Hanson brothers, but not Hanson Umbop.
I know. I knew what you meant right away, but that's weird. I would think the one way and everybody else would think the other thing.
Yep. Hanson from Slapshot.
Paul Newman.
That's the movie from 1977, Slapshot. Yep.
That's right.
So I've got my mullet wig. I've got my jersey. Yeah. I've got my black rimmed glasses. I'm good.
Oh, did you put a black eye on?
I should. And some blood. I should do some fake blood and stuff, but
exactly.
It sounds like
you
too much
do
work.
That.
I don't want to get blood on my jersey.
If you don't do a black eye or a bloody lip or something like that along with it, then they're just going to mistake you for the other Hanson brothers.
Yeah. And I could Umbop it away.
Yeah, with a blonde wig.
So what's going on in your world, Jerry?
No, I was just thinking about how that was your favorite band for years.
Hanson. It was our theme song one season, yes.
Yeah, because tell the listeners what Davin used to do is I think at one location you were better at it because you had to be in proximity to the bar where they have the online, you have an app where you can choose songs for the jukebox, right?
Yep, it's called Touch Tunes. So you can go into the jukebox and you could deposit money and then play songs at those certain jukeboxes.
Yes. So what Davin was doing was sitting in his hotel room and playing stupid songs over and over and over again because he knew that our workmates were in the bar across the street or whatever it was. So you play Umbop like 7 times in a row or something, right?
Yep. I did Sesame Street, the Brady Bunch theme song, a bunch of stuff. That was in Atlanta. Yeah.
They have a big library of stuff, so you're playing that still. The Facts of Life.
Oh, yeah. You could do anything. Just about anything out there you can play.
I bet they loved that.
Yeah. As they put it, they were all sitting around enjoying themselves, having a cocktail after work. And all of a sudden, Umbop came on the jukebox. And they all looked at each other and said, Davin. They knew it was me.
They just knew.
Mm-hmm.
How's your hotel? Oh, we talked about it. You have a kitchen and everything, right?
Yep. Although this hotel is, they're throwing us a party now on Sunday. For all
the hotel is?
Yeah, for all the problems that they've had. So
I get you.
They've been charging incidental rates to people's credit cards at random times. So like people will be getting these Visa alerts that their Visa card was hit for $87.53 at 2 a.m. in the morning and stuff like that. So
waking them up.
And they're not supposed to bill us until the end. So I don't know what that's all about, but people have complained.
Yeah. So it's sort of the opposite of what happened in the really super expensive high-end Miami Beach one where they screwed everybody and didn't care. This one is actually attempting to do something for you.
Exactly. Although their maid service is the worst. Oh, my God. I went the other day and I said, can I get some more towels? You guys haven't been in to clean my room in a while. Well, you're an extended stay guest, sir. And we only clean the rooms every 3 days. I said,
that's weird.
Okay. They only change the sheets once a week. So if I've got the do not disturb on the day that they're supposed to change the sheets, they don't get changed.
That's crazy.
Yep.
I don't know I don't know their thought process behind that. That's really stupid.
And they don't vacuum because I've got ball powder in front of my sink for the last
Oh,
10
God.
days
And coconut oil.
on the carpet. Yep.
That's crazy. This actually leads right into a topic. You had no idea this was going to go here.
Nope. Go ahead.
So, watching a new show called Patriot on Prime Instant Video that you get for free with your Prime subscription.
Okay.
Not a sponsor, but we'll talk like they are.
Okay.
And two things I found funny with this show. This show is really good. So it's a recommendation for you because I've never talked to you about it. You have to watch, if you have Amazon Prime, you have to watch Patriot. It is, you look at it on their description and you're like, I don't know. Doesn't sound too good. But when you start watching it, you're like, this is really good. This is quirky, funny, weird. Two things stood out.
Okay.
I think it was the first episode. And he says, this is why it's connected. He's like, why are there no male hotel housekeepers? I've never in my life seen a male housekeeper in a hotel. And then I'm sitting there thinking to myself for a little while going, he's right.
Yeah.
I've never seen one. Why? Are they restricted? Are they not allowed? Is it sexist? What the hell?
I started thinking about if Trump builds this wall, who's going to clean the rooms of the hotels?
Of course you did. Of course you went right to the most racist thought that pops into your mind.
Exactly. Who's going to make my bed if the immigration people come and take away all the maids?
Some other maid. The Asians. See how I do that? I just have to point this out to the audience that I'm fully aware of how this is.
Oh,
I'm trying to make it sound like I'm not saying anything wrong either. Like I'm the guy who's policing Davin, but he'll do that. And then here I go. You know who'll clean it? The Asians will.
No, they just clean clothes and laundromats and stuff like that.
Calgon, take me away. They had racist commercials back then, too, when we were kids about that, too. The Chinese dry cleaner.
What always killed me on the weird commercials is that Cialis commercial. Okay, it's a commercial about getting laid and like having the ability to get it up again.
Yeah.
And they always end it with a man and a woman in a tub, but they're not in the same tub.
I didn't notice that. They're in a tub, but they're not in the same tub.
Yeah, there's two tubs. One the man's in, the one's a woman, and they're watching like the sunset. And it's talking about when the time is right and all this other. Well, time ain't right, dude. You're in a different tub than her.
Maybe they're just looking forward to the next day.
Could be.
With their 9-hour erection. Yeah, I love those commercials are dumb too. Like the guy walking around or driving his old truck around, fixing his truck up. He's like this. Look at me. I'm a vibrant 55-year-old. And I need a pill.
Ward, you were really hard on the beaver last night.
No young listener will understand what you're saying with that either.
I know.
None of them.
Leave it to Beaver. Actually, I was clicking around TV and I saw that. And I actually watched an episode the other day of Leave It to Beaver.
I still like that show. I'll do it too. I'll stop on them if they're on. Or sometimes I've popped them up on Netflix when they had the little collections just because it's fun. It's a stupid show. But back to Patriot. There's actually a character in that show. And his real name is Jack Birdbath.
Oh, God.
I love the name Jack Birdbath. It kills me. I wish my name was Jack Birdbath.
Okay. Now, see, you didn't know this was going to happen.
What?
We were with a couple of the Cadillac people going to a bar here called 16-Bit. It's a barcade. So it's a bar, but it's got all these vintage 80s video games in it.
Yeah.
And one of the girls was talking about the fact that her best friend just had another kid and she doesn't know how to deal with it because they named the child Legend Full Heart.
Full Heart.
Legend Full Heart.
As a middle, what's the last name?
I don't know. She didn't say, but his brother's name is Royal Larkin.
Oh, God.
Those kids are going to get beat the fuck.
I gotta find out what the Larkin means now.
Legend, Full Heart, and Royal Larkin.
Let me guess, though. It's like Legend Full Heart Swiderski.
Royal Larkin Swiderski.
I'm going to look for this Larkin name right
It's
now.
probably Anderson is their last name or something like that.
That's what I'm saying. What is a Larkin? The heck? There's just too much Larkin going on right here. There's a surname, Larkin.
There's got to be something under the Urban Dictionary under Larkin.
Let me see a different spelling of Larkin. No, it's all names. So it's just got to be somebody's old English name. Captain Trustworthy Larkin. God, I hate shit like that. So they're just going way overboard on that.
Yep.
Names were... I used to think how funny it would be to have a cool name when you get a kid and you could talk your wife into it to name your kid something like Frankenstein or something like that. Just or because it would be so weird.
Apple.
Not even Apple, though. Apple's... There's a... What is it? Whose baby is Apple? I forgot.
Isn't that one of the...
Gwyneth Paltrow or some shit like that?
Some singer.
You're thinking of Fiona Apple. But there is an Apple. I was throwing around
Wolfie.
Spider-Man.
How about Wolfie?
Spider-Man Taylor, I thought might be a good name.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Buddy Holly Taylor. Just because you wanted to hear, you like forced the neighborhood kids to call them by their full name too. Like, can Spider-Man come out and play? That'd be hilarious to me. But now people have done it for real. They're using really stupid names. Legend Full Heart.
Isn't that just dumb?
I'm gonna stab you in your full heart now.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. What did I have here? What did I have, Davin?
I don't know.
Noises going. At least Lisa came out and threw off my vibe because she's never been out here for the beginning of a show, and she had to roll her eyes at the beginning. Not really. She probably doesn't realize that it's tongue in cheek, where we're just doing that like a
Legend Full Heart
character. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, speaking of our topic, kind of. I'm going to give it away by doing that. So I'm driving home from work. I was dying to do a show that day because I'm driving home from work and I'm going down 9 Mile.
Okay.
It's 1 mile north of Eminem's 8 Mile.
Right. Which is called The Wall in Detroit.
Yeah. You just got to turn it right into a racist. Come on.
Well, that's what when we were growing up, they called it The Wall.
I know. When we grew up, it was a bad time for everybody.
Yep. Still is.
So I'm at a light. First in line at the light, I'm just listening to music and enjoying my drive home like any normal dumb person.
Okay.
And then I see out of the corner of my eye, here comes some motion. And it's a guy jogging with a dog.
Okay.
And he's running across the street. And I'm cracking up because I don't think that he realized what he did. I got to think of the scheme here, too.
What did he do?
He was dressed. It was one of these warmer days, but it was still stupid. He was wearing shorts, but he had on like a powder blue tight T-shirt and red shorts. And then, because he was jogging, he probably didn't even think of this. He had to put on his cool jogger guy, reflective belt fanny pack thing.
Oh boy!
To carry stuff in with the reflective belt, and that was bright yellow. Oh. So I'm sitting there looking at this guy going, holy fuck, it's Superman. Superman is jogging across the road right now with a dog. He didn't think about it. He's like, he dressed in his jogging clothes and then he just clipped that thing on like every day and doesn't realize he looks like an idiot. He looks like Superman running around the streets.
Wow.
What a dick.
Fashion statement of the century.
The famous Southfield, Michigan Superman runner.
You should have yelled out Superman. You really should have.
That's what I thought. How come we never just cameras need to be even faster on your phone.
Yeah.
To where there's just a hard-coded button. You can just push it and it takes a picture. Like it's always ready.
Where you just say camera.
Yeah.
Pops up.
That's why nobody ever gets the pictures of Bigfoot or the UFOs, because you can't get the app open fast enough.
Mm-hmm.
And those things are fast. Even though Bigfoot Sasquatches are big and giant, they're really fast, I guess, because they can always get away before the camera app can open.
Right, and they're blurry. They're always
that's
blurry.
how fast they are.
You can't focus on them. They're blurry. And they're always black and white. It's always black and white photos of them too.
Yeah, and then it's either night vision or grainy shit. It's strange because people are now taking photographs and there shouldn't be grain in them, but always the creatures in the forest that they find are always somehow on grainy film.
Yep.
So, you won't believe this on the stupid Facebook post or whatever it is that tells you about Bigfoot existing still. I tried to take a picture of the Superman runner, and all I got was a black and white photo of a giant hairy ape. I don't know what happened.
It just that's how it happened. Mm-hmm. Last time I ever get my photos developed at Myers.
Myers. You think anybody even knows about photo developing anymore?
No.
Who develops pictures now?
No.
Who even looks at them?
Now they have a little.
You probably have 900 pictures on your phone that you never look at.
And you never print. There's going to be such a lost generation of photographs. Because
there's more than ever before, but there's more than ever before, but they're going to disappear in the cloud as soon as your account is ended.
Yep.
Damn it.
I've got a topic from two of our listeners.
Okay.
It's from Todd and Troy, our friend.
Todd and Troy.
Friends of the show. They were having a discussion about boxing the other day. And they were trying to figure out, the one boxer they were talking about was like 90% gonna lose. You know he's gonna lose because he's fighting this guy that it's just one of those warm-up type fights that, makes the good boxer feel good. But their question that they wanted us to talk about was, how much would it cost for you to get your ass beat and know you're going to get your ass beat?
Wow. Did they go into scenarios like, is it a boxing match ass beating or is it a street beat down?
No, it's a boxing match.
Okay, that's different. Are you asking or are you going to tell me what they were saying?
Okay, I will tell you what Troy said. Troy said $10,000 was what he said. And I said, that wouldn't. See, the problem is you've got to consider the medical cost of your recuperation after your ass beating. Because
that's true.
What if they do $20,000 worth of ass beating on you?
What kind of referee do you have?
I don't know. What if you have brain?
He might stop the fight.
What if you have brain damage afterwards and all you took was $10,000? Then you're fucked.
No, I think I would do it for $10,000 if I knew that the ref would stop it once I was solidly beaten.
Okay, what if Deputy Dog was the referee?
I'd take $20,000 then.
Okay.
Deputy Dog.
I don't know. I was trying to think of somebody. A cartoon character.
What would you take to get your ass beat in the boxing ring?
I guess it would depend on who is doing the ass beating.
Let's pretend it's me just for fun.
Oh, if you were doing the ass beating, I know you would never pay me, so...
That's true. I wouldn't.
So I'd just have to fall down and squirm around a little bit. No, but if it was like...
because there's no use fighting back.
Mike Tyson,
if you're getting paid to get your ass
Mike Tyson in his prime, I know he's got money. Yeah. I'd have to go for $1 million and I'd take one punch and be knocked out.
Yeah, but that one is the one that could hurt you. Yeah. That one punch from him. Mm-hmm. See, you want a doofus like me because... It would take me 10 punches to get to the damage level of his one jab.
Yeah.
So,
but he punched Alan, and Alan made it in The Hangover.
Oh, that's right, because that's true life. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that being reality.
Fuck you,
God
Jerry.
damn it. Let's talk about some reality, Davin.
Okay, reality.
Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday night's all right for fighting. No. Saturday night, moving up on 8 o'clock at night, bam, the flu.
Okay.
That happened. Lisa had the flu.
It hit you, huh?
And I thought I was impervious because I haven't had it in 5 years or more, ever since I went on the auto show circuit. And this is why I have a theory.
Okay.
That the more exposure that we have out there, you're around tens of thousands of people 6 months of the year.
Yes.
Hotels, airplanes, convention centers, children everywhere, all kinds of different people.
Dirty restrooms.
I think it strengthens.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it strengthens your immune system.
Mm-hmm.
So then you're not getting the same kind of shit. So I go off the road for a year, and now I'm sick like everybody else, and that sucks.
Oh.
Anyway, that's my theory for that. And I'm sure you'll agree because you probably never get the flu. Like you might get a cold now and then.
Yeah, I don't get. The only time I ever got the flu recently was 3 years ago when I got the flu shot. And I said, I'm never getting the fucking flu shot again because they give you the flu.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. Shoots the flu into you so that your body will fight it and then be like, I'm strong now. I'm the Superman runner flu.
See, I just figure it's the alcohol in my bloodstream that just, it's like disease comes and goes, there's better candidates than this.
Or you actually have been dead for a few years and you don't know it.
It could be.
That's why.
That's true. I'm dead on the inside.
Once you realize you're dead, then you'll fall down and not move anymore. But so far, you're ambulatory because of all the booze.
You would think.
You would think, he says. Okay. So I have the flu for the first time in years, and I had to go through all that.
Okay.
Sorry, people. But things happen when you have the flu.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't poop, though. Isn't that weird?
You didn't poop.
I didn't have that kind of flu. I had the flu where I puked my brains out every half hour for like 14 hours.
Oh, I hate that.
But it wasn't a double-edged sword. It wasn't burning the candle at both ends or whatever.
When you puke, do you make the sound? Like,
there's no way not to with that kind of
Do you get
flu.
to the point where there's nothing left inside you and you're still making the sound?
No, because I kept drinking little sips of water constantly, so I didn't get to the point where there was nothing left to do the... Though no, I was so glad that Lisa was still sick. She was on day 2, though, so she didn't need to be near a bathroom. I was in our bedroom that has the bathroom.
Okay.
So I'm so glad that she was down at the other end of the house, surviving in a chair down there, while I had to make all those loud-ass puking noises every half hour. It is stupid, and it is loud because you don't have any control over it.
Right.
You can't not go...
Yeah. Well, my favorite thing is when you're puking on the toilet and you're laying in front of it, just heaving your guts out. When you're done, when you just lay down on the floor, the bathroom floor is usually so cool and comforting, and you don't think about the fact that there's all this stuff, germs and stuff like that on the floor. You just enjoy the fact that it's cold.
I didn't do that this time.
You didn't? Okay.
But I will be honest. I thought about it. I'm like, I should just lay down right here. And I just kept telling myself, no, I'm going to get up and go lay back in bed for a while, for another half hour. Get back up. Something I found out because I had the flu. I also had a bathrobe on, which I'm new to bathrobes. My entire life, I've never really been a person who wore a bathrobe. Do you have one?
I have one in my closet. I'd never wear it. Stolen from the Embassy Suites Hotel.
Okay. Stolen. So I never wore them either, but now I have this bathrobe, and I feel it's appropriate while you're sick to wear this bathrobe. Because I just got it this year, I think, for Christmas.
Do you wear pajamas too, Jerry?
I wear pajama pants and then a t-shirt.
Okay. Do they have little kung fu fighting pandas on them or anything?
I have Christmas dogs
Okay.
on one. What other things do I have on pajamas, Lisa? I have Christmas dogs on one. I think I maybe have 2 pairs with dogs on them.
Mm-hmm.
Or squirrels or something. I don't know. I have a Batman. Yeah, I did get my sister-in-law got me for Christmas a full-on Batman pajama set with the shirt and the pants. It had the Batman symbol and everything. You know what I did? I went jogging in it.
Oh.
How come you didn't laugh at that one? How did you not laugh at that? We just went through
Batman,
the Superman jogger.
I know. But did you have the fanny pack?
I didn't. But the bathrobe thing. So this goes into our category of consumer products that suck.
Okay.
Why does the belt have to line up with the top of the pocket? So you never know if you're going to put something in the pocket or drop on the floor because you think the belt is the pocket.
Good point. And the belt always comes untied anyway.
It does.
At the most inconvenient times.
Yeah. I mean, who designed that shit? I hope they're not all like that. Because it pisses me off when I try and put my phone in the pocket and it drops on the floor because it's the belt.
Sounds like a
The
GoFundMe.
belt's the same fabric and everything. Yeah, a new Kickstarter for an appropriate belt.
For a robe that no one wears except for Jerry.
Yeah, just like I got pissed off at the antiperspirant again too. The 2-pack that you get at the pharmacy.
Uh-huh.
Do you get those?
Oh yeah, because you save some money.
Yeah, the shit that they wrap that in, that plastic wrap that they seal it in.
Fucking bullshit, isn't it?
Yes, you can't get that shit off. You need to get like a industrial razor blade to get that shit off there.
Because you can get it from the bum in DC. Get the 5-blade razor.
He's got razor blades. Yeah,
he's got them.
That pissed me off the other day because I just re-upped because I'm leaving town, and I always want to take one and then leave one too in case something gets stolen.
Mm-hmm.
So that actually, and then the next day was when the current one ran out, and I had to go through the whole. Why don't they figure out a way not to have that thing come off, the last bit of perspirant come off and fall down your shirt when you're trying to put it on?
And then you got to pick it up.
Put a stopper.
And you're trying to pick it up and put the last bit on with your fingers.
No, I've given up on that. I just get mad now and throw it away. I used to do that though.
Yeah, put it on.
Now I'm letting them win because that's what they want. They want you to lose that last 1/8 of a stick of antiperspirant.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're assholes. So bathrobes and antiperspirants. This is exciting.
Exciting, a new episode of the You Name It podcast.
It just makes me so mad though, because you can't just carry that 2-pack into the bathroom and rip it open and put it away. You got to then walk back to the kitchen to find the scissors.
Yeah.
I remember having to use my multi-tool to open them when I was on the road. Mm-hmm. It's so stupid.
I use my nail clippers a lot of times. To just
I don't have any.
Snip it.
I hire a Mexican housekeeper to cut my nails for me when I'm on the road.
Well, that'll go away soon.
Stupid. Should be the Asian one. I should have said the Asian one because those are the people that do the nails.
Yeah. They do the nails. They would hate doing mine. They also wax your back. Have you ever gotten your back waxed?
I have not, and I don't know why I would.
No.
But I guess maybe if you're one of those super hairy people, you'd have to do that. Is that where they rip it off?
Yep, they put the wax on. And actually, they had, when I was in Utah, they had a back waxing special. It was called the Triple B. It was back, butt, and balls waxed for a special price.
Shut up.
Yep.
How did you find out what the B's stood for?
Chris Staniforth, one of our other listeners, informed me of the Triple B special.
Back, balls, and what?
Butt.
But just butt crack.
Yep. I don't really want someone putting hot wax in there. It's
dripping candle wax in there. Depends on how deep it is.
Oh,
Like if you were like really like a workout guy, all muscular, they probably have how they get their asses all muscular too. Then you have a worse way to go about it because it's deeper.
Yang, bring more wax. This man have deep butt.
You say Yang?
Yeah. I couldn't think of a good Asian name.
I think this title is Poop and Racism.
It's not that racist.
No, not really. We're just referring to stereotypes.
Not when it's the truth.
Maybe it's just poop and stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
More poop and more stereotypes. That's what it is. We named it because we're not done with the poop yet, Davin.
Okay. You got more poop stories.
I have one more.
Okay.
I came up with another theory because, and you'll already know just by the title of the theory. It's the losing weight theory.
Okay.
So I've been trying to lose weight, and I have been fairly successful. I'm down under 200 pounds for the first time in 20 years.
Nice. Congratulations.
What's that?
Are you in the Biggest Loser contest at work?
No, I just am.
You just are the biggest loser at work. Okay.
Yeah, but not about weight. It's just in general. So I started at like 215, and now I'm down to like I can't get past 196 for some reason. But regardless, when people lose weight, they talk about how it comes off fast at the beginning and all that, and they say, hey, that's a lot of water weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I noticed that it's a lot better to weigh yourself in the morning after you poop because you could lose some poop weight that way.
That's true.
You can increase your score, people, by pooping before you weigh yourself when you're on a diet.
And plus, it'll make you feel better. You'll feel better about yourself.
Of course, if you are on a diet, you probably don't have much pooping to do because that stops too. You know what happened too? Back to your former topic of how many times people poop a week.
Mm-hmm.
That changed for me. Cut down your intake, and you're not doing too much of that anymore. It could be like every 3 days.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's insane. But of course, I am killing myself by eating about 300 to 600 calories a day.
You're slowly dying.
Yeah. That's what it is. It's less of a diet and more of a slow death.
You're like on the Survivor diet, aren't you?
Yeah, I used to watch that show and think about, man, I could lose weight if I just went on Survivor and tried to eat bugs for a couple weeks.
Twigs and bugs and caught a fish every once in a week.
Yeah, some weird crustacean they found that they got to crack open the shell, cut their fingers on just to get a tiny morsel of something gooey out of it to eat.
See, but you got to do all the other stuff they do out there too. You got to get blisters on your feet and cuts on coral, and you got to get a sunburn that blisters, and you just got to make yourself feel so fucking miserable that you don't want to live anymore, and then you won't think about food.
But you might get $1 million.
That's true, because they're all trying to get $1 million, and it never seems to work.
It's like taking a beating from Mike Tyson. A beating from Mike Tyson's cheaper than a month in the wild.
Yeah, you think 3 minutes in the ring with Mike Tyson would be a lot better than any of that shit.
Yeah. Could just go there and sit and do nothing.
That's true.
Get kicked off the show the first week. Poop weight, Davin. I thought that was brilliant. You don't think so, but I thought it was brilliant.
No. Hey, can we take a swish break? Because Peter Murray's trying to call me.
Okay.
And
we're back.
Which is great because now you can hear how I explain the issue.
Now I can hear what? How you explain the issue. Are we back yet? Say, and we're back.
And we're back.
Okay. We're back.
Mm-hmm.
So you took a phone call and...
Yes. It was a Ducker question from our friend Peter the Beard.
Yes. Is it a safe question for the air?
Sure. It was just, they made an adjustment in GMC earlier today, and now one of the microphones isn't ducking out as long as it should be.
Okay. I know what that means. For the audience, it means that when you have music running into an audio mixer and a person talks, some of these mixers are designed so they can duck the music, which means make it go away or go underneath the voice.
Right.
Duck under the voice. So It wasn't staying ducked for a long enough time. So what happens?
Then the music comes in too quickly. And
no, I meant, what was your solution?
I told him where to turn up the ducker level so that way it controls the input and boosts the input enough to duck it for a longer period of time. But
well, that's just fascinating because you just really wowed the audience with that. We fixed it by pushing the ducker button.
turning the dial up. Well, that's like,
I thought you were going to have like some really cool like life hack.
No, I did overhear a conversation. Wait. You got to hear this because I wrote it down. I was at the bar the other day and I'm outside having a cigarette and these people are talking what I think they're talking about Pokemon. So
okay.
I recorded word for word what they were saying in the translator to put in my show notes. And,
okay.
And it just sounds so stupid. So here's what it was. It's a ditto. It's got dots for eyes. And it morphs. Austin has a sticky bomb breaking him out of jail because he's dying. He needed to give me the keyboard. I'm out there going, what the fuck are these people talking about? It had to be something to do with Pokemon.
I don't know. He had to give me the keyboard?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know that game. Watch him be talking about his friend Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Roger's got dots for eyes. He was in jail, and I wanted him to give me the keyboard. He had to get out.
Because he needed the sticky bomb.
Yeah, I needed the sticky, whatever it is you said.
Hey, did that fad finally go away? The whole fucking Pokemon bullshit. Is it gone? Is it done?
I've heard nothing at all since that first 2 weeks of it.
Okay.
And now it's just done, I think.
Good. It needs to be.
I think it's done. You know, there's been a dog sitting here next to me the entire time. This whole last half hour. Lisa came out. We asked her about pajama pants or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
She went back in. And the dog stayed here, and the dog is sitting on a rug next to me, just sitting there, looking around for like a half hour.
Nice.
I don't get it. What's wrong with you, dog? Just sitting pretty little sitter.
The dog loves his master.
Oh, sorry.
Dog loves his master, Jerry.
Hey, have you ever noticed magicians' hands?
What about them? That they're quick?
How they move.
Yeah.
No, how they move.
They're like jazz hands.
They're weird. They move in unnatural ways, is what I'm saying.
Right, because they want you to focus on them.
Right. See, you got it. Because I wrote in my show notes, magicians' hands move in unnatural ways, but they've convinced us that magic hands are a thing, so we don't notice.
That's true.
Now the dog, because I talked about the dog, Karen the dog, she now jumped up on my lap and is sitting here. This is not comfortable. Go away.
Is she going to join the podcast?
Karen, go on. She's like, I'm not getting down. It's too cold down there on the floor. Don't make me get up and let you back in the house because I don't want to do that. Go ahead. Scram. All right. Back to the show. Sorry for the Karen interruption.
Oh, no worries.
I have one more thing on my list.
Okay.
The last thing on my list. So I overheard our listener friend and co-worker too, Mr. Bill Christensen, spelled correctly.
Okay.
He talked about losing his iPad. At first I thought it was a work one. I was like, what? Work? You're going to be in trouble?
Oh, yeah.
One of those?
Yep.
No, it was his personal iPad on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Because he got pissed off. Apparently he got bumped up to first.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that was part of the story. Tell you the truth, right now I have no idea why that's part of the story. He just threw that in there, I think. I got bumped up to first. But anyway, he had the thing in the back pocket of the chair in front of you.
Correct.
They land. Everybody's getting ready. He pulls it back out. So I don't know why the back pocket was part of his story either. But he pulled it back out. And then he placed it on the seat next to him. Approximately at this time, some jackass getting up to get his stuff out of the overhead started pulling Bill's stuff out of the overhead. So Bill jumped up to stop the guy from wrecking everything.
Right.
grabbed his stuff, and then they were walking out the door. He left it sitting on the chair.
Okay.
So he can't find it anymore.
Are you thinking they're in cahoots?
No.
Okay.
What he talked to, I said, I hope it was locked.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, nope. And then he did say that it wasn't connected to cellular or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they're probably using it. But as soon as it connects to wireless or any connection, it'll wipe it, he said.
Yep.
He's got it set for that. And it'll but he talked about a message on the screen that says, like, please return this to or whatever.
Right.
When that happens. So I guess that happens. I thought, how funny is that if you could make your own message for your stolen iPad?
Yeah, fuck you, asshole, and then take their picture.
Yeah, you could set it to do weird shit like that. That would be funny. Like, it pops up and says, you're not only a thief, but you're fat and ugly too, or something like that. Even though you don't know what they look like, you're just going for an insult that you think's going to bother them.
Well, could he do like Find My Phone on that? You would think.
Only if it was connected, because that's what he was trying. He might have had it locked. That's where we get in trouble, because I'll tell a story that Bill told me, and then he'll call me up after the show airs, and he'll be yelling at me saying, "You got that wrong.
Yep.
It was locked. Don't tell everybody I didn't lock my iPad."
God damn it. Jerry, you're only getting half of the facts out.
I hate this show. You're so loose with all the information. You're like fake news.
We are fake news.
Stop bothering me, Karen.
If people start listening to us for their news, that's when we know society is completely dead.
Yeah, not only that, it's also the fact that we've probably had the news on here about 3 times in 110 episodes.
This is true.
You have no news. Speaking of, what's in the news this week, Jeff?
I don't know. It was warm here, and that's weather. That's not really news. I don't know.
Oh, we had some deaths. We had Bill Paxton pass away.
Yeah, and
I liked old Bill Paxton.
You know who else died the same day?
Yes. Wait, let me think. I know this one. I hope you're not trying to trick me.
I'm trying to trick you, because a lot of listeners wouldn't know who this person. Well, a lot of younger people wouldn't know who this person was.
Right, and I'm trying to think. Who did we lose? Damn it!
A famous judge.
Oh, that's right. There it is. Judge Wapner of the People's Court.
Oh, I'm so.
Do you remember his sidekick's name?
No, I don't. The court guy?
I do.
What was it?
Yeah. Doug Llewellyn.
Doug Llewellyn, that's right. And now the People's Court has got that stupid TMZ guy on it.
I don't watch any. I haven't seen the actual People's Court. I don't even know it. I stopped watching it well before Wapner kicked.
Yeah. And now there's all those judge shows where they bring in the divorce court and Judge Judy and all those fuckers.
Right. Some of them aren't even judges. That's the funny part.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I think Judge Judy was a judge, retired judge. But I think there's a couple of them out there. Is Judge Joe Brown not a judge?
I'm not sure. He might just be a lawyer.
Yeah, this dog is really freaking killing me. Cut it out with the neediness. Go do something.
Pet her hair backwards and see what she does.
No. That's like Bugs Bunny. I will hug him and squeeze him, and when he's bad, I will stroke his fur the wrong way, like this.
And I kiss him and call him George.
Yep. Yeah. Let non-judge judge show. Let's see what it says for us. Court show. Judge Judy.
Is she a real judge, or is she a floral arrangement person that got a real job?
Judge Mathis.
Mm-hmm.
Judge Hatchet.
That's not a real name. Judge Hatchet. I'm sorry. If your name is Hatchet, you're not a judge.
Nope. Actually, it could be, because as everybody knows, I'm in Garden City, and I grew up, and there was a judge, and now his son is the new city judge, and guess what their name is?
What?
Judge Hammer.
Judge Hammer. Well, that's like that guy that drives for NASCAR. What's his name? Dick Trickle. And then there's also what is the guy's name? Something Power. I can't remember. Power is his last
Power's
name.
Booth. No, I'm just kidding. Tyrone Power.
Yeah, it's like you're naming your kid that, you know he's going to be a race car driver.
Yeah, you're spelling out the career.
That's like
by the name, I think. We've talked about a little bit about that before, but there are some really strange names that, like, there'd be a Dr. Stitches or something like that. Yeah. I can't find out which judges are which. It's just too much to do while the show's on. That's why we need to hire an intern.
Yep.
Somebody better than Peppy.
The unpaid intern. We need one. Because they're not going to get paid.
I bet Peppy would find out. No, I was measuring up Peppy as to whether or not he'd do a good job on research during the show. And I think he probably would. He'd surprise us. He'd have all the answers.
Yeah, I bet he would. As we're talking, he'd be typing shit.
Yeah. You know, Jerry, it was Judge Hatchett who wasn't a real judge. Judge Hatchett was actually an arbiter. And an arbiter is a corporate, he'd just go into the whole thing.
Okay, thanks, Peppy.
Right. Wouldn't that be great, though? He had a little headset on and he could push the button to talk.
Give him a little tiny microphone.
Why would you say that? Is it because he's a little tiny person?
Exactly.
And I'm not saying it to make fun of him. I'm saying it because it's a fact.
Yes.
You're saying it to make fun of him.
Sorry, Peppy.
Oh, well. Let's see what else we got here.
Oh, I got
what we have?
I got a weird Keithism from a couple cities ago.
That's how you mark time. In your world, it's not 3 weeks ago. It's a couple cities ago.
Exactly. Keith is one of our audio guys, and I noticed something that he does. We were in DC, and there's so much car honking going on. Keith would, whenever he'd hear a car honk, he would stop, turn, and wave.
Oh, just as a gag?
As a gag, but to the point where he's waving, and cabs are starting to pull over. Like he's trying to hail a cab. Because nobody gets the fact that you're waving to someone that's honking. It's like honking is normal in certain cities.
Yeah, New York, places like that. It's just a communication thing.
But yeah, Keith waves at cars that honk. So that was one of my show notes that I can now alleviate.
Which made me think about the last time I was in Toronto and I was waiting for my Uber driver.
Uh-huh.
And then I realized that now anytime you stand outside of a hotel with your luggage and you're not right at the front entrance, you're open game for cab drivers because all of them slowed down and rolled their window down to ask me if I needed a ride somewhere.
Yep.
Like 5 or 6 of them. And I'm like, I'm holding my phone in my hand. So it's obvious that I'm not waving you down. Why are you even asking me?
But when you don't hire an Uber, you can never find a fucking cab. Right.
So maybe what you do is instead of trying to hail a cab anymore in the old-fashioned way, just go stand by a hotel with your luggage and look at your phone, and they'll all stop for you.
Yep. It's just like lighting a cigarette when it's taking forever to get your dinner. As soon as you go out to have a cigarette, dinner's served.
Did we talk about that last week?
Probably.
I don't remember because I just did that in real life. We were waiting for food and it seemed like it was taking too long. I said, I know how to get it here faster. I can go out and have a smoke. It'll be here as soon as I walk out the door.
And it showed up.
I didn't do it. I just wanted to say it. Yeah.
Hey, I realized that Perkins, they've got a Perkins restaurant here.
Yeah.
Perkins is the redneck Denny's.
The redneck Denny's.
If you ever want to see like the complete drunken bowels of society, go to a Perkins in Cleveland.
Drunken bowels of society.
At 2:30 in the morning, you will see every type of person in a Perkins restaurant.
What'd you see?
Oh God, there was the prostitute that was, or stripper, or whatever, that was sitting at the counter having her lunch or breakfast or whatever fucking time of day it was for her. And you've got the drunken college kids. You've got the old people that are trying to relive their life again through the youth of going out and staying out past 10 o'clock at night. And then you've got the one woman and child who are just trying not to get beaten from the husband, so they had needed someplace to go, so they go to Perkins. The domestic violence couple. Yeah, there's a whole variety of things you can see at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning at a Perkins.
I do like the way you paint a picture.
With a big, broad brush.
No, not really.
That's how.
Not many people would be able to just rattle off a whole bunch of scenarios like that when asked, hey, when you were at Perkins, who did you see? And you have their whole life stories down.
A bald.
Look at this old couple trying to relive their youth. They stayed out too late, past 10 o'clock. They're gonna go get a hammy Sammy or moons over my hammy or whatever.
The bad part is they're looking at me going, okay, there's a bald guy, kind of dressed nice, but looks like he's had like 5 too many Yinglings. What's he doing here?
Yinglings.
He's having the slapjack sampler.
I would like some Yinglings.
I will say,
but I have a feeling that in order for me to get Yinglings, that I would have to then find a place in Quebec City that sells Cuban cigars to bring to you.
Oh, did I tell you? Brad got back to me. Did he tell you? Did he talk to you at all?
No.
So the Cuban
ladies and gentlemen, Brad is a coworker that's in Canada currently, or was.
He flew back today. I actually messaged him the type of Cuban cigar I wanted.
Yeah.
And one of the DLs around Christmas time, she's also a stewardess on JetBlue, and she was on one of the first flights that went to Cuba, so she brought back a bunch of Cuban cigars. And she gave them to coworkers and stuff, and I had one. And I'm like, this is really freaking good. So I wrote down the brand name, and I called Brad, told him a couple cigar shops in the Toronto area, and said, hey, bring some back. Because now in Canada, you can bring back $800 worth of cigars legally. Or
allegedly,
right. So, or 100 total. So as long as it's one or the other and stays below that line. So I told him, pick me up 3 of these Cuban cigars, $95 a piece.
No, you don't want that then.
No. So now I'm in a quandary. I'm like, okay, this person that I know at the auto show gave me a $95 Cuban cigar. I wonder what they paid for it.
That's true. That's true. Or they lied about it and gave you a knockoff version, with Dominican spit on it instead of Cuban spit.
Could be. Is Dominican spit different than Cuban spit?
No, and neither are the cigars. That's my point.
Yeah.
The whole Cuban cigar thing is bullshit. It's the same shit that you could get from the Dominican anywhere. Probably get them in North Carolina. Roll a cigar, it could be the same. What's so special about Cuban cigars?
But it's not like NASA sunglasses, Jerry. Because
exactly like that.
NASA
slap a name on it and charge your way over.
Oh, you suck, Jerry.
I do not. So you probably are saying that you don't really need a $95 Cuban cigar now.
No,
because I'm not going to buy that.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. I'm like, holy shit, because I looked online, I could get them for $26 each.
Yeah,
they'll probably get confiscated at the border coming in, but
they might not. You order all kinds of stuff in the mail. They only check part of that.
That's true.
They don't check it all. Just go ahead and order it. They don't care.
Go to Amazon International.
Yeah. Do they have that? I tried to order Amazon from Canada and they shut me down and gave me brokerage fees and all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, but the brokerage fees may be less than the fact that you're ordering a $95 cigar.
That could be true. Davin, it's time.
It is.
It's time to end this highly exciting episode of the You Name It podcast.
You know, the funny part is, Jerry, It always sounds
What?
like it wasn't a good episode, and then you listen to it back and it was good, and you go, "Wow, it didn't. I wasn't really pleased with that show."
Let's hope. We can only have hope.
Hope is the new scenario that this establishment has given us, right?
Yeah, hope is the new skill. All right.
Well, I think I'm going to give this career up and go to cleaning hotel rooms because
you could be the only one because there aren't any.
That's true. They're all getting deported.
You're the only guy in the entire world that is a hotel room cleaner.
That'll work.
You might do it well. Who knows? You could be the one guy who could clean well, too.
That's true.
I doubt it, but you could be. Why don't you say your catchphrase and we'll end this episode?
Until next week, guys, Papa Wheelie.